CapriMD.com. That's CapriMD.com. These products work.
And now, with the Larry Manetti Movie Report, it's Will Link, our link to the movies.
I love it. I love it.
In all its glory.
The 20th Century Fox.
It's a packed house.
I feel like we're about to watch Star Wars, though. I feel like this is going to be a letdown compared to...
So, Will, of course, you are our moviegoer and our friend. And what have you seen this week, my friend?
This week I saw the new Bourne movie, The Bourne Legacy, which, of course...
There never was just one.
There was never just one, as every billboard in Los Angeles has told us.
Who knew?
You know, it's funny that it's a Bourne movie because it does not have Jason Bourne in it, but he's talked about a lot. I mean, his presence is still felt in this movie, and it takes place immediately after the events of the last Bourne movie, The Bourne Ultimatum, in which now the government has to shut down this program because Jason Bourne has kind of outed it. And by shutting it down, it means they have to kill all the operatives that are still out there.
That's not good.
But Aaron Cross, played by Jeremy Renner, he's not going to go quietly.
Of course not.
And Jeremy Renner does a great job in this, actually, in picking up from where Matt Damon left off. The action is phenomenal, as they have been in all the movies. There's a lot of good chase scenes or scenes where he has to rescue Rachel Weisz, who's terrific in the film as well. A scene at her house in particular. She plays a doctor who worked for this program that genetically enhanced all the operatives, and he has to go rescue her, and that's one of the best action scenes in the movie, probably because also she's so good at selling her confusion and the craziness that she's dealing with.
Am I guessing there's a little bit of a love interest here between the
Something
characters?
starts to blossom between them. The one issue I have, and it's an issue I have with the other Bourne movies is too, as good as all the performances and the action and the backstory is, the character development is never really there. Even with Jason Bourne, I mean, I felt it all boiled down to him being like, I don't know who I am, but I know who you are. You're Jason Bourne. And with the Aaron Cross character in this, a lot of it boils down to he needs to get this medication. And quite frankly, the movie kind of ends abruptly. When the movie ends, it feels like there should be another half hour.
Oh, interesting.
That's
okay.
weird.
And I wonder if they're basically using this as a setup for maybe for another one and maybe trying to get Matt Damon to come into it. Maybe Aaron Cross and Jason Bourne team up.
Well, was it a cliffhanger?
It wasn't a cliffhanger, but
that's weird,
there was no resolution.
A lot of loose ends.
If you had that feeling, that's exactly what they wanted.
So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, if the box office, if it keeps doing well, I'm sure they'll come back with another one.
Well, of course, these are all based on the books, so I don't know how far they got into the series with the books. But
I'm not sure either, but I'm sure they'll just, even if they've done all the Bourne books, they'll keep making movies.
Exactly. So what was the next one on your list, buddy?
The next movie I saw this weekend was The Campaign.
Oh, Will Ferrell, yeah.
And I've talked about on the show how much I love Will Ferrell before. And I thought this was one of his funniest in a while, maybe since like the Anchorman, Talladega Nights films. Will Ferrell in this one, it's him and Zach Galifianakis, and they're running for a congressional seat in North Carolina against each other. And Ferrell plays this like John Edwards, Anthony Weiner kind of Democrat. You know, he's always sleeping with all these women on the side and covering up these scandals. And Zach Galifianakis plays this kind of very weird, simpleton kind of guy who's kind of getting co-opted by like not the Tea Party, but a Tea Party-esque kind of thing. So it really gives it to both sides of the aisle, which I think is good. It doesn't necessarily play a favorites. And look, it's a broad comedy. We all get that, you know, politicians act like children and these campaigns are ridiculous, but the jokes in it really work. There's a great scene where Jason Sudeikis plays Will Ferrell's campaign manager. And Will Ferrell's been accused of not being, like, religious enough, not being Christian enough, and they ask him to say the Lord's Prayer, and he doesn't know it. And Sudeikis is pantomiming it from behind the stage.
I'm laughing just thinking about it.
Trying to get him to say it, and it's really funny. Also, the political ads that the characters make in the film are hysterical. They feel like the kind of things that you think the politicians probably wish they could make. Like, they're really going after him.
Just over the top stuff.
One in which Will Ferrell, because he's a ladies' man, his politician, is hidden camera trying to seduce Zach Galifianakis' wife. And he wants to use this as a campaign ad. It's very funny.
Well, this is kind of an apropos time for this.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
perfect time. And it was directed by Jay Roach, who's done a lot of political not comedies, but he did a lot of the HBO political movies, like the Recount and the Game Change. And he also, back in the day, did the Austin Powers movies.
Oh, no kidding.
Those were great.
Yeah, those are hysterical. And this feels
Who
like
wrote this?
I believe it was.
Was it Will Ferrell?
I believe it was written by Adam McKay, who's Will Ferrell's writing partner.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And look, these guys are kings of improv,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
know that.
For sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure a lot of that stuff was just off script
That's
entirely.
exciting.
Yeah.
Popcorn time.
it's a lot of fun. If you like Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis, you're gonna love this movie. And even if you don't, I think you'll get a lot of laughs out of it.
Okay, so for the Bourne Legacy, Jeremy Renner, excuse me, Rachel Weisz, thumbs up. 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb up.
I'll give it 1 thumb up.
One
Like I
thumb
said,
up.
little weak on character, but great on action, great on intrigue.
And then for the campaign, Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis.
I'm laughing just thinking about it again, so I got to give it 2 thumbs
2
up.
thumbs
up.
up. All right, there's some great recommendations by our good buddy Will. I almost call you Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's here now on the show.
Will link your link to the movies. Thanks so much for joining us, buddy.
Cahill Sisters, go and see it.
Absolutely. Big shout out to the Cahill sisters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Of course, to the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Big shout out to them as
I-
well.
I can't wait to get there. You know, they have all the Hawaii Five-0 sequences, and all the guest stars stay there.
No kidding.
Yeah, CBS. That's a hot spot, folks.
Well, maybe you could
If go
drag
on-
me along.
Yeah, well, I'll drag you along. But if you
Put
want to
you
go
in
on
our
vacation
suitcase.
and see a lot of the stars, stay at the Hilton Hawaiian
That's where to go.
Village.
Hey, guys, stick around. More great stuff. The closing segment here on the PM show with Larry and Nancy Manetti. We'll be back right after this.